Hey guys, welcome back to Frenemies. I'm Ian. We're back for more Arrow. So, last episode we were in Hong Kong. Another nod to past season 3. And we saw Tetsu again, Katana, which was cool. I hadn't seen her in a bit. I think season 4. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember. I don't think we saw her in 5, so yeah, I think it's 4. We got Laurel's gonna be joining us, I think, for now or from now on. And I think she's gonna be staying here because our Earth is gone. I think for good, which sucks, man. That means Harry's Earth is gone. He's not gonna have a home, and everybody there is dead. You know, the Agent Chase, the other people I can't remember right now. Sarah, I think, was alive there. And I hope Harry and Jesse got out because that would suck if they're dead. The Monitor wanted Oliver to get this guy. What's his name? Wong? Dr. Robert Wong, I think is what it was. Lila's working for him apparently, so you know she, after Oliver got Wong, she delivered. Well, she didn't deliver at that point, but she's probably going to do it pretty soon. To the Monitor, which is strange. That she's working for in here because they haven't been setting it up. But I think I didn't miss it, but like I didn't connect the dots. So when she mentioned that she prayed to any god out there that she would make it back, so maybe that's who that, because somebody's brought that up in a couple of videos, like in Blind Wave. Somebody mentioned it before, and they mentioned it too. That maybe that's how she knows the Monitor. Maybe he answered her, so that would be crazy if it goes to back then. But Oliver is wanting to go to Nanda Parbat, so I don't know if he's going to be able to. I mean, I'm assuming, or else they wouldn't like lead off with, "I'm gonna go Nanda Parbat" to ask him about the Monitor. But I don't know how the Monitor is like why he'll allow that. Because I mean, he seems to be pretty, strict on timetable. So he's like, we gotta do this now, no distractions. So I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna be. I mean, I'm assuming we will again. So because I don't know. Otherwise, I don't know where we're gonna be going. I know we're supposed to be leading up to the building whatever Monitor needs to go help combat the antimatter stuff. I don't know if we're gonna deal with another bit of that this episode. Am I just going on trying to figure out more stuff on the Monitor? So yeah, let's go ahead and see if Oliver gets to make it to Nanda Parbat. Nissa? Or is that Thea? Is that Thea? Please be.
Ollie?
Yes! Yes!
Recently he came to collect his debt. He asked me to help him, but he's not very good at sharing information with the people he's working with.
Sounds like somebody else I know.
He's seen me die. It's soon, sweetie.
And?
Take as much time as you need to be upset.
Ollie, come on. You've cheated death more than any of us have by this point.
This is fundamentally different than anything we've ever dealt with before.
Mia, it didn't work out too well for us last time.
Right, but we've been there before. We know the layout. We can use that to our advantage.
I think this is a mistake.
I'll remember that. Ready to move out.
I thought you guys were friends now.
Well, not exactly.
Okay, well,
Oh.
this place isn't the least bit creepy.
Talia. Getting.
Leave us.
I need to know whatever the League might know about Marno Vu.
It's an unusual name. I'd remember it.
If it helps, he's apparently some type of cosmic know-it-all.
Such beings often go by many.
Miss Thea. Are you going with us?
We leave at nightfall.
Okay, guess so.
She's so fun.
You good?
I'm fine.
Paying mind to the debris on the floor. I guess they didn't. A lone scroll.
Looks like we're too late.
Oh,
Necessarily.
ransack. They left one though, for some reason.
So the looters just happened to leave behind the one thing we're looking for?
Because the thieves
All right,
do not
thank you,
consider it to
Thea.
be of value.
Right. What's it say?
The phoenixes were born in the fire. Path to your destiny follows me.
Speedy, you just read Arabic.
You speak Russian.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Oh. We need to burn the scroll.
The scroll is centuries old.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to burn the scroll.
Actually, your situation is more difficult.
Oh, hi, you're back,
Athena.
Athena.
You have always been treacherous, Talia. But bringing outsiders into our sacred heart.
Oh, man. Oh, that's so cool, man. I love it when he uses the bow. As if, like, actually fighting. Oh. Nope, not my sister, brother.
The markings on it were constellations indicating the tomb's location, but we don't need it. I've memorized them.
What? You memorized.
You didn't?
Okay, listen, I'm gonna go ahead with Talia. I'd like you to go back to her camp and wait for us there.
You can't be serious.
The key to the Crypt of Ross.
The map.
It's like the entrance right there.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I am sorry, Oliver. I can't let Athena get to the sword.
Looks like you're down one evil companion.
Alright, alright.
I thought I told you to stay at the camp.
Like she was gonna listen.
You did. Looks like I didn't ignore you soon enough.
Hey, I don't have time for it. I told you so.
They thought they were protecting us.
Well, they weren't. They didn't.
No, but it did help us become the people we are today. It turned us into heroes. Can't change the future, Ollie.
Why don't you stop being my baby sister?
No, I never did. I just grew up a little bit. Now, can we please get off this mountain?
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. My name is John Diggle. I'm a friend of Lila Michaels and Ben Turner. I'm here to help you. I can get you out of here and protect them quietly. Come on, come on.
Did you know I was there the night my father died?
I will have my vengeance.
Dude, you don't know who this person is, do you? Yeah, baby! Suckers!
You hold him off, I'll get Talia.
Dear?
Just trust me. As heir to the demon, I have the right to challenge you to combat.
Oh,
You wish to
Jesus.
fight me. Very well, I accept.
I don't think Thea's gonna die here, but I mean...
Your brother trained you well. Pity the tools you learned from him, he learned from me.
Actually, I learned from Malcolm
Less
earlier.
talking, more fighting.
Oh! Well, Thea, you don't have to worry about her anymore.
Actually, you're right where I want you. Do you yield? He believes that if he failed to keep the balance between good and evil, this god would bring forth the end of times. Annihilation of all things. Ollie, if that's true, this means that
Means Marnovu is not trying to prevent what's going to happen. Because he's going to be what causes it.
For not one, but two women to wield my father's sword. He would be aghast. Accept.
Tell him.
Promise me that no matter what happens, you'll always remember the good times.
I won't have to, because I'm not going anywhere. And neither are you.
I can't believe I'm saying goodbye to you again.
Well, you're not. Think of it as I'll see you later. And please don't die. One of us is gonna have to let go first.
Same time?
Every day I miss you.
Goodbye, sweetie.
Bye, Ollie.
You know, the human body holds an average of 5 liters of blood.
Zoe, move! Zoe, move! Zoe, move!
Okay? Thanks.
I said move! Rene.
You don't have the guts, do you?
That's a very good question.
Mia? Oh. Well, alright. God dang it. I was wondering if they were gonna, like, somehow Oliver was gonna see Mia, or actually Mia coming to our time, just because I remember in the finale, Monitor said that I'm not here to harm you or your daughter. Trust me, the world needs her. So I mean, it could have meant something else after the crisis, but I was thinking maybe that they need, like, he was gonna use them to help with the crisis as well. So that's, god dang, that's gonna. First, they're all already pretty freaking emotional because of Zoe dying. God, why would she turn her back on him? He's not unconscious. You literally just pushed him off of Mia. God, freaking the future Rene finds, or when he finds out, if they can change the future, which I don't know if that's what they're gonna do. Like, first, like, one of the things I'm wondering is Connor gonna tell Dig about JJ? Like, maybe that way he'll figure to treat him differently, unless the reason they are so hard on JJ is because they're trying to make sure he doesn't, but that ends up pushing him the other way. God, time travel is such a pain in the butt. But, oh man, William, he hasn't seen his dad in years, and Mia hasn't seen her dad at all. She's known him by pictures, and seeing him there as he is, basically in pictures, it's just, that's gotta, god dang. Again, they're already emotional seeing their parents there. And, like, they don't know who they were at first, but then Mia calls him dad, so that's gonna, oh man, next episode, I can't wait till next. I'm so mad. Man, like, goodbye to Thea, though. And Thea was back. WIlla Holland was back. See, I was hoping she'd come back for the final season. I mean, like, they have to bring her back, right? So how are they gonna bring her back and not bring back Felicity? I know Felicity hasn't been gone as long, but I mean, come on. This was a great episode too. I think, I feel like there can't really be a bad episode this season. There could, but I don't know. I'm pretty optimistic that there won't be. If there will, then I mean, it's gonna happen. It's not gonna be perfect, but I mean, still, I'm pretty optimistic that it's not gonna go badly in any episode, or that it's not gonna be a bad episode. Because if things went badly in the future, freaking Zoe died. So I'm wondering, whatever they do here, will that affect the future timeline? If that's the case, because I mean, if they change it, what would be the point of them showing all this? I mean, other than like, this is the future that could happen, but what they do here could change the future, because the future's not set in stone. So maybe that's what they're going for. Is like, we want the world to be different, so maybe we can head. But I am glad that Oliver at least gets to see Mia grown up, at the very least. That's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be really emotional. Like, she's gonna be like, broken up that Zoe's dead, and I don't know how they're gonna explain that to Rene, because he's gonna be like, well, where's Zoe? Is she not with you guys? And then I'm like, oh. And Connor's gonna have to tell, also Dig that, not just the fact that JJ, but like, yeah, by the way, you adopted me. Maybe we'll find out what happened to I can't remember his name, Bronze Tiger. I'm so sorry, I can't remember his name. But he's gonna be really protective over his daughter. And that's probably why he goes the way he does, because he's trying to prevent crime to protect his daughter. He goes too hard the wrong way, and becomes the mayor. But then he didn't act like he was trying to, like, he knew that she would die. So I don't know. I'm not sure how this is gonna happen. Like, maybe they'll wipe their minds. Maybe Monitor will wipe their minds. Speaking of which, they found out that if he, like, maybe he's responsible for it. So I don't know if that's what, like, the scroll could be wrong. Yeah, I don't know. God, so much happened in this episode. I was really hoping Thea would come back with us, but I mean, the way they set it up, they're gonna both be leading this League of Heroes now. But it's just like, it's the final season. There's only a few episodes in this last season. You could just bring her back. Maybe she'll come help at the end of it, which would be really awesome. But I don't know if they'll do that. God dang it, man. So are the kids gonna be? So the flash forward's basically done for now. I mean, in period, unless they send them back before the crisis, which I don't know why they would. But flash forwards are done, so now we're just here. That's kind of cool. Like, I'm very excited for next episode. God dang it, I hate having to wait the whole week. Even though I know that some people have issues with the flash forwards and the characters a little bit, maybe not the characters themselves, but like the flash forwards, they don't see point, which is fair. Because yeah, it's just kind of strange, like, why are they showing this? I mean, I know that I think they've greenlit the spin-off for flash forward stuff. At the very least for the Canaries. I thought that we were doing flash forward stuff as well. I mean, I know that's gonna be flash forward stuff anyway, but I thought it was gonna be like everybody. They'll probably still include everybody. But anyway, unless she's gonna stay in the present, I don't know. I was thinking they were gonna send her back after the whole crisis thing. Maybe she'll stay in the present and she's gonna be with the I have no idea what's going on here. I'm pretty sure they'll just send him back. But anyway, but yeah, so the flash forward stuff did seem a little unnecessary, or I guess, or to the plot, especially, at least the crisis stuff. It's more so it just had like its separate plot. So I guess people don't necessarily have issues with the characters, just the flash forwards themselves. I think some people didn't like some of the characters, but anyway, now they brought here, I'm wondering if anybody's still, like, are you guys still? I'll use that as a poll. Oh yeah, so we're gonna do a poll. So I'm gonna try to do what Blind Wave does with their polls. I'm gonna try to do a question after the episode. You can join by going to our Patreon, and it's just $1 for poll stuff. You're welcome to join. If not, then that's fine. If nobody's participates in the polls and just won't include it this episode, we'll just save it for the next week's episode if people join on that one. As I was saying, yeah, I'm not sure how people will welcome the fact that they're kind of joining. I mean, the plots are not going to be more conjoined. They're gonna be working towards the crisis together now. And so I think that's just awesome that they get to see he gets to see his kids after all, like before he has to die. I'm just happy for Rene because he doesn't get to see his girl grown up. I mean, he's gonna at least be alive to see her grow up. But if the future continues as it does, then she'll end up dying anyway. So that's gonna tear him up. I know he's in hiding right now. I think, right? Excuse me, right? I think he was exposed as a vigilante. Or as helping because I don't think he's there anymore in the future. He went with Roy and Dinah, because they were exposed as vigilantes, or they were already open as vigilantes. So yeah, I don't know. I personally think that was a really cool way to end it, and just it makes me kind of. I'm excited for now, like the future stuff more so than I was before. Like I wasn't super excited about it. I was like more interested, obviously, in the crisis stuff because that's just a more compelling story. I mean, and this is just kind of not morbid, but it doesn't pertain anything to this story, which is a complaint I know that they get, which might be why they kind of had it converge, but they probably had it planned before all that. But anyway, but yeah, just like that, going to the beginning, to the very beginning, when we actually see Thea for the first time, it's like that has to be her. There's no way because you see the red hood and you see I think she had a sword, she had a bow and arrow. I know that he caught her arrow. I loved having her back. Just her snarkiness. I missed it so much. What was the one thing she said at first that just kind of? Oh yeah, just like the small thing that when she's called the monitor cosmic know-it-all. Just like a small hint of her humor, of her snark, and it was just sprinkled throughout the whole of the episode, which is great. But yeah, now her and Talia, Talia kind of surrendered to that pretty quickly, like after the whole fact of losing. But which is, I mean, I guess also honorable for her, but she wasn't like bitter about it. She was just like, I betrayed my code, or I was dishonorable is what she was saying. It was rightful to you. You're the rightful heir to the throne, or head of the demons, right? Rightful heir to the head of the demon or something like that. I forgot what it's called. I know it's the head of the demon, right? Demon's head. Anyway, you're the rightful heir because you're Malcolm Merlin's daughter. So, and he was the last Raish, so therefore you should be the next Raish. And they're gonna start a League of Heroes. Was that supposed to be not something? I know about the Legion of Superheroes. I don't think it's supposed to be the same thing. But yeah, so they're gonna start that now, which is why she's not gonna be coming over with us for the crisis, which sucks. Again, maybe she'll show up. I really hope she does. Maybe she can bring Talia. And I was really sad that Nissa couldn't show up. I mean, I know Katrina Law is on. Somebody told me. Was it Hawaii 5-0? No, that's not. Is that even a show? Hawaii. Is that it? I'm so sorry. Somebody told me in the comments last episode, and I cannot remember the life of me. But I know she's on another show as a series regular. But I mean, Willa was here for one episode, so I mean, one episode wouldn't have hurt. I don't think schedule. I don't know. They gave a reason why she didn't, but still, I just kind of wish that she was here. Just for like one last episode. We saw her like the finale of last season, right? No. It wasn't the finale. It was the 2040 episode. Like, it was just the whole 2040 episode where Nissa was back to train Mia. But yeah, so Lila, I thought, well, it kind of was. She was sort of trying to distract him from modern stuff, I think. But it was also, there was this mission that she actually needed help with. But, so is she disappearing? Is she going away? So I'm wondering if Lila is going to be leaving with the monitor or something, or if she's supposed to die. Because again, I don't know the Harbinger's story yet. Like, I haven't finished the comic, so I really hope. I can't recall. I think Connor has mentioned his mom, but like I can't pinpoint something. So I don't recall JJ or Connor really mentioning their mother. Like, just saying that it was the dad that like they would go to, or that he had issues with his dad. He never had issues with his mom. So maybe that's kind of. I could have sworn they mentioned their mother somewhere down the line. I can't remember. So I'm wondering if she's gone, or maybe because I thought for a second she was saying that because like she was getting ready to say like she was like promise me, and she finished the rest of her sentence, but I thought maybe it had to, like he would find out that she's working with a monitor or something like that, and that would color their relationship a bit, and she was hoping that like she could prevent that, but it seems she's gonna, like the way she said it, it's like she's gonna be gone. So I'm worried about that. Again, is she supposed to sacrifice herself, or is she supposed to die, or is she supposed to leave with a monitor, or is she supposed to turn bad and work against it, and then he killed? I don't know what's gonna be happening with Lila, and I'm worried about that. I'm worried for Dig. I'm wondering if that kind of sends him down, kind of being more strict against, at least against JJ, and that kind of turns him down to go down the Deathstroke route. You would think Deathstroke, like the Deathstroke, Slade, would say something against that, because I mean, Slade I'm pretty sure even as JJ is right now, Slade can kick his butt. But I don't know. I hope we get Slade for the crossover too, for the Crisis. That'd be awesome. We have to get him, right? I mean, I don't think Manu's doing too much right now, right? Like, is he currently not doing anything? Or I think I've seen him do... Is he on something? I know I'm pretty sure they've already finished filming the Crisis, right? I know they were already filming it before Arrow aired, I think, or was it the first or second? I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure they're at least the tail end of filming the Crisis stuff. So I don't know, maybe they did bring it for the but they haven't said it. I hope if anybody knows, please don't tell me. I want to be surprised by it. I can't reiterate that enough. I don't, just in case someone new watches the video. Sorry for those that are getting annoyed by this announcement, but if you know by chance if Slade's coming, please don't let me know, because I do my best to avoid any kind of media any like announcements and stuff, so that I'm surprised by whenever it shows up in the show. So it's more of like a surprise. I don't even watch the promos, so just please stay, no spoilers in the comments if you could be so kind. And also going to dig again, like it's understandable the way he was acting, because yeah, they didn't really address it last episode, but yeah, he was affected by seeing a universe, a world be incinerated. So like it affects him, you know. He doesn't. He's known in this job, you know, what he's doing. It's different, you know. It's less sure. Like yeah, things this is the job, you know. They're prepared to lose their lives, sacrifice their lives for the greater good. But it's just like seeing the entire world, universe wiped away, and that it's a little more, you know, not guaranteed, a little more possibility that everybody could die, your loved ones could die. It's just like, yeah, well, I don't want to lose them. This fear is going to be just more prominent. I didn't even think about it affecting him in this way, but it makes sense though. So I'm worried about how if Lila disappearing or whatever's going to be happening with her is going to affect them. Like, cause I don't know if it's like I said, if it affects how he parents JJ and Connor. So I feel like Oliver would have had a grappling arrow in his quiver, because he usually does. But maybe it's a wrong quiver. I don't know. I would think he'd still bring his trick arrows. But it's like, because in terms of climbing the mountain, like he didn't have it. I don't know how he's grappled tall buildings before. I don't know how tall this mountain in particular. I don't remember how tall it is compared to a building would be. But he could at least get up there, like up to a point, and then like shoot another one, and then keep going. That would be much quicker, and he would have gotten there before Thanatos Guild did. Which I'm surprised they were brought back. Also, I forgot to mention that. So yeah, they were still after Thea, so just why she couldn't come back. But now they're done, right? Because I mean, Athena was there when the freaking thing came crumbling down. So I'm pretty sure that they're all dead. I mean, there's probably others that didn't come with her. That might not be her whole Thanatos Guild thing. There might be others around, but like the main driving force of it's gone for her. She's dead. I'm pretty sure. Those things just caved on. Like giant debris, giant rock debris just fell on her. But I'm glad that Thea was here for the whole episode too. I forgot, like they could have just had her come in for a little bit, but she was here throughout the whole event. I like that they were able to have a bunch of moments, not just like one moment. They all had like, I don't remember one. I think was also in the after the intro card. They had the moment in the fire at the fire. Wow, campfire. Jesus, I don't know what happened to my brain. It like shut off entirely. Anyway, they were there. Speaking going back to her snark again, I like whenever not really her snark, but like the moment their chemistry. Like whenever first he tells her about like, you know, the crisis coming, and then he even tells her that he's seen me die. Like my future is I'm going to die at this crisis. There's only a few more weeks, month. It's like a couple months, right? Because it's December. It's October, nearing October right now. So yeah, a couple months. Not that very long. Was it December 10th? I think, or 9th? I can't remember now. 19th. I don't. I'll look it up or something. But yeah, her reaction was just like, yeah, okay, and his reaction like, just, you know, take your time, you know, getting upset over this. Or what do you say? He said, take all the time you need to be upset. Which was, I don't know, I just really liked it. It's like, yeah, Oliver, you know, or Ollie, you've defeated death before, you know, you've escaped it, or you've tricked death or something like that. I forgot what she said, but you know, you can do this too, but it's like, no, this is a little more definite. You know, this is actually this has to happen for the world to for all worlds that remain to go on. And then the end when he was saying bye to her, god dang it, I was like, I was tearing up again. Like if you saw my Flash video, I was dang. But not as bad as the Flash one. Like if they had more time, I feel like they would have. But and maybe this one should have affected me too. Maybe I think I might have just been kind of a little drained from the Flash scene as well. Oh yeah, it didn't help, you know, with the whole emotion thing for Oliver, is that in the world that in Earth 2, he is dead because essentially he wasn't there in time to stop her from overdosing. So seeing her alive, that's gonna, one, haven't seen her in years. Two, seeing her alive, you know, after finding out she's dead on another Earth, is gonna hit him hard. So I mean, and he told her that. So that's they're both Dig and I knew Oliver was because of the family he had, you know, that he had lost already. He sees them alive and then he loses them again. But both him and Dig, Oliver and Dig, were affected by seeing an entire world eradicated. And we saw a little bit of that for Oliver last episode, a lot of it for Laurel, but then we did get more of it for both Oliver and Dig here. But yeah, we could really see it affect his decisions this episode. Like he's overprotective of her again, but a little more so I think than he was before. Obviously because, you know, she did die. I mean he was kind of like that whenever she died here at she was more so almost dead. Like she was, I think, right? Like she didn't die yet. She was pretty close to dying when they brought her to the pit. But yeah, he was pretty protective over her at that point as well. But I think a little more so here because she was actually dead, and she had been for years here. And I mean not here, on Earth 2. I like the moment where Talia, after Thea offers her, you know, we can both wield the sword, both lead this team, this new league. I liked Talia's reply to that, you know, two women wielding my father's sword. He'd be aghast. And then she's like, yeah, okay, I'm doing it. I just love that so much. That was like, even though she was, it's funny, like she was against him, or she's been against him this whole time, but like still, whenever she found out Oliver had killed her dad, it was just like, you know, she was super against him. That's why she helped Adrian screw him over. So that annoyed me. That whenever that was going on, I was like, you've complained about your dad forever, and you know how this process works. You're supposed to kill, you know, the current demon or demon's head to become the new Raish. So you knew he was gonna have to die eventually by somebody's hand. Whatever. Anyway, off topic. I just feel like that after all that, she's just like, you know, he wouldn't like it that two women are controlling the league instead of a man. I'll do it. I love that so much. You know, I'm kind of surprised. Well, I mean, it was Monitor's choice, so I mean, it makes sense why he didn't. But it would have been interesting if Monitor sent JJ too, because I mean, that would suck. Like he'd see his dad, and you know, Dig would find out and see him wearing the Deathstroke outfit, or a different one still. But you know, he's seeing his son, both of his sons. Well, he would consider Connor's son at this point because he hasn't adopted him yet. But you know, seeing both of his sons in the future, you know, wanting to kill each other. Connor was actually trying to he was going to go ahead and go through with it. Like he was trying to kill him, but if Monitor hadn't stepped in, he would have. Yeah, so he probably knows that JJ wouldn't comply. I mean, maybe he would, because like if this works, then this world will be destroyed, and even, you know, the future's not going to be a thing. You know, once this world's destroyed, that future's gone too. So you might want to help, because I'm pretty sure, I know in the comics that Monitor brings villains to, like, heroes and villains to work together to stop this crisis, because we need all hands on deck, or all that can help anyway. That if they were to chip in, like, their contribution would definitely help in the crisis, which makes sense as to why he brought Lex back. But still sucks that he brought him back. Yeah, I feel like it would have been a little bit beneficial to bring JJ, although it would have taken some explaining. And Monitor wasn't there. He might show up at like next episode, you know, when they're like, "What's going on?" And he'll show up as like blah 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 blah.
be a queen. You and your father and everybody here must work together to stop the incoming crisis.
Oliver might be pissed at him too, because finding out what what he's found out about the monitor, like what the scroll said. But the monitor, you would think he would know about it. Him finding out, because I mean, he knew that he was interfering with the Malcolm stuff, the undertaking. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he knows he went to Nanda Parbat. You'd think he would. I mean, I'm pretty sure he did, because he teleported him here. I don't know where from. So yeah, he teleported Oliver to the arrow, the bunker. Is it bunker here? Or is it, that's just like the first base. The arrow cave. I know they called it that. So he teleported him there and everybody else there in the current time. So, my neck is killing me. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting to deal with next episode. Man, I'm so excited. I want it to be here, but I'm gonna miss this show so much. We're getting closer to the end. Like, we're on episode 4. We have 6 more episodes, and that means only 6 more weeks, a month, less than 2 months for the crisis to start. God dang. I'm not ready for this. Like, this is at the crisis. That's the end. Like, one more episode for the end of the arrow. I believe it's 1 arrow, 2 arrows, 2 episodes, I think. So it might be like 2 prologue episodes. It might be dealing with future stuff or present stuff, and they're them dealing with the absence of Oliver. I'm not sure. Maybe one will be that, and then one will be the future stuff as well. I think that's all I have for this episode, guys. Man, another great Arrow episode, as prophesized. No, but again, like I said earlier, I don't see that they're gonna have a bad episode. It's only 10 episodes, and they're gearing up for their final bit. So just like there's so much that they can work with here, so much they can call back to, so many emotional heartstrings they can pull just right. I don't know. But yeah, okay. So pull. All right. So in regards to the future and the present stuff actually coinciding now, like they're met in the present time together. Do you like that, or do you not like it? Like, because I mean, I know some people have issues with just the flash forwards, but some people also have issues with the characters. So actually, we'll do 3 options. Do you like that they brought the future kids and our present team together? Do you not like it? Or are you more so on the fence and waiting to see how you feel about it as it progresses? Personally, I'm just straight excited. I'm just straight excited. I'm actually glad that they brought them together. It makes the future stuff kind of, well, not necessarily what was happening in the flash forwards, but it makes just like the future kids. I just like that they're gonna be able to see their parents and stuff. And I'm also that also has a big thing for me there, that Mia and William get to see their parents, see Oliver again. Oliver gets to see his kids growing up. I'm ready for next episode to be a lot of tears, actually, because for one, Oliver gets to see his kids when he's been like kind of broken up about having to leave them. So yeah, next episode, lots of tears. But for now, guys, that's it for this week's episode of Arrow. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to check out more of our stuff, be sure to click the button right here, visit our channel, and if you want to stick around for next episode, be sure to subscribe. Also, if you want to support us, you can go and check out our Patreon. We can get access to polls where you can vote on shows you want us to react to next, when you need replacements, or stuff for live shows when we're having polls for what's going to happen next episode, or just what you think, and early access stuff, early access videos. Link to Patreon will also be in the description down below. Again, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you all next week.